Hi everyone, this is Parker, and today we are doing Person First Language. This is part of the 2020 Virtual Youth Summit. I'm really happy and thankful that you're watching our video, and we're going to start off with what the definition of Person First is. So if we read here on the slide, it's Person First Language is an essential component of kindness, respect, and inclusion. Defining what Person First Language is using and the appropriate and important steps in creating a more inclusive society. So, person first language is directly described as it eliminates the generalizations and assumptions by focusing on a person's ability rather than their disability and the person themselves. So, we'll move on to the next slide.
I'm Aubrey Neff, and I'm so excited that you guys are joining with us today. So, we're going to be talking about being mindful of your language. So, first, we are going to emphasize abilities and not limitations. Focus on what people can do and not what they cannot do. You don't want to focus on something um, that, obviously you can't do. Focus on, the good and, the things that they can do. Do not excessive or don't give excessive praise or attention to a person with a disability. Over focusing on someone can be patronizing. It's kind of like digging almost, and nobody really likes that. It's like, why is all this attention like on me? And then remember that choice and independence are important. Allow and expect a person with a disability to speak for themselves. Don't be so overpowering and like covering. I mean, they're people, they can talk for themselves. Know the difference between a disability and handicap. A disability is a functional limitation that interferes with the person's ability to walk, hear, talk, learn, etc. A handicap is a situation or barrier imposed by society, the environment, or oneself. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I am Alexis Chafee. And this, for our last slide, this is kind of an activity. If you guys need to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. But in each of the blue rectangles that you guys see, there are some ways that they're not speaking in person first language. So if you guys have unpaused and you guys have answered it. For the first box, the 1 through 4, a person with a disability, that creates the person first. The person comes before the disability. Mentally ill person is not person first language. That's putting a disability before the person, and that's not what we're trying to create. We want those people to feel just as independent as any other person would. And then person with Down syndrome, that's person first language. And then deaf person is not person first language. And then over to the next rectangle, A through D. A, person diagnosed with a mental illness, that is person first language. B, crippled or lame person, that is not person first language. That's putting something before the person, before the individual as a human being. Downs person, I've actually heard this quite often, and that is not person first language. Again, you're putting the disability before the person, and that's not appropriate. And then this disabled or disabled people. So the disabled person or disabled people, that is also not person first language. So just reminder that we need to focus on how we say things to other people, because deep down it can really affect their self-esteem, and it's very important to keep that mentality of putting the person before the disability, person first language. There will be paperwork sent to your advisors with a lot of activities, posters, and stuff like that from Person First Language from Special Olympics Minnesota, which this campaign is from. And so talk to your advisors if you guys want any information on that. Thank you.